Hello everybody, welcome to the Paula Maver Show on awakeradio.co.uk. Thank you.
You're listening to awakeradio.us, awakeradio.co.uk, and shazizradio.com. Hi, I'm Paula, and this is Paula Live. Hello, and welcome to the Grassroots Music section of Paula Live. I'll be coming back with Tatiana Moroz. Here's one of her songs while you're waiting. It's called Bad News.
Get you out of my mind. Always thinking of you, though I ain't the cheating kind. I sleep in my lover's arms and bothered by thoughts of your bed. baby. And you know I've been down this road before, and you know I can't win. You know we're living in sin, 'cause your bad news
That was Tatiana Moroz with Bad News. She is an amazing singer and songwriter. She's got something amazing to share with us. She branches out. She does same side entertainment where she helps other artists, and she's really flying high. Plus, she has other things in the irons that I hope to be able to connect to talk to her about today. Still trying. I talked to her right before the show, and I'm trying to get our call to connect. So please bear with me. This is live radio, and something's always bound to happen here.
I woke up this morning and I turned on the radio. I heard the same old song, so I went outside. People fighting, people living, people dying, and it's oh so much to think about. It's oh so much to worry about, it makes me cry. Need a better perspective, need some time to reflect it, to remember how similar we all are. We all want the same things, a chance to follow our dreams, to raise a family of love and liberty. So don't forget the time we spent. We're not perfect, but we have good intent, and even though we make mistakes, we stand unified. So hold on tight, it's a hell of a fight, keeps you up in the night, but we have to remember we're all on the same side. We're all on the same side. We're all on the same side. Now it's late in the evening and I can't seem to turn off the news, telling me that we're gonna lose, but we've already won. We've got a message and a voice and a song. Now if only we could all just get along, put away the past and pride and leave the worries behind. Need a bit of perspective, need some time to reflect it, to remember how similar we all are. We all want the same things, a chance to follow our dreams. We are a family of love and liberty. So don't forget the time we spent. We're not perfect, but we have good intent, and even though we make mistakes, we stand unified. same side. So don't forget the time we spent. We're not perfect, but we have good intent. And even though we make mistakes, we stand unified. So hold on tight. It's a hell of a fight, keeps you up in the night. But we have to remember, we're all on the same side. We're all on the same side. We're all on the same side.
That's such an amazing song. I feel like it's almost our song with the network, with we're going out live on 1800weebly.com. Also, These Changing Times, shizizradio.com, awakeradio.co.uk, and awakeradio.us. Also, Shiziz Superstation. We're reaching so many people, and so many people from all over the world. It's just me and Jordan today, so I'm sorry if his little giggles are coming over, or his big giggles are coming over, but that's life, and I'm a mom. Just made some connection with Tatiana. She has a little delay. I'm gonna give her some time. I have so many great songs for her. Gonna play another one and see what happens after that. She's coming up. I promise I didn't lie to you. This one is called California.
Last night I slept in the canyon. Thought I'd raise my eyes to the sky to see, hoping to ask the right questions. Lord, let the answer rain down on me. 'Cause I wanna feel your warm hands on me, my California. I wanna buy a one-way ticket away from home. I'm gonna find my way back to you, my California, and see the waves upon your shoulders, and see the waves upon your shoulders. Life can be so hard in the city. Sometimes some solitude can bring some clarity. All of this locked up emotion, no, I've gotta let it all out of me. 'Cause I wanna feel your warm hands on me, my California. I wanna buy a one-way
I love my grandma. You know, when I was a kid, she'd give me and my brother biscuits and sweets and loads of great stuff every time I went to see her. I'd say she was like a great big golden light of love. She always had time. She'd play with us. She'd spoil us. At Christmas, she'd give us loads of presents. And the food, amazing. She was the best person. She was just the best person in the world. She was full of love, and she was the perfect grandma I think a boy could ever have. I love my grandma very, very much.
I give you £5,000 for her.
Yeah, okay.
If you'd sell your grandmother, then come and work for Real Radio. We're looking for successful salespeople who have a strong track record in selling. You don't have to have media experience, just the ability to sell and sell well.
But Johnny, love, I don't want to go with the man.
Shh. You made me lose count now. 500, 510, 520.
Call Real Radio now on
You don't have to sell your grandma to get on Awake Radio. You could always sell her and keep the money.
Freedom. Law. Education. Health. Free energy. Money. Debt. Awake Radio, deconstructing the dream world, one lie at a time.
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? You know, for a second there, yeah, I kind of did.
You're listening to the grassroots music portion of Paula Live. Hi, I'm Paula, and we've been playing lots of Tatiana Moroz music. She's an amazing lady. She's been on Awake Radio many times, and today she'll be going out over 1-800-Weebly.com. These Changing Times Radio. ShazizRadio.com, AwakeRadio.co.uk, and awakeradio.us. She's also done a couple of remakes. Let's see if you can guess this one, and I'll be back with Tatiana. The higher-ups allowing. Have a listen.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Like I was put on the platform and the others put on the train. Going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know one, and God, I know one.
Tatiana Moroz, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Tatiana.
Hi, how's it going?
Going great. It's great to have you on Awake Radio again. You're one of our favorites. I love playing your music. I love seeing what you're up to. You're all over the States, all over the world, and you have some exciting things going on.
Yeah, actually, I really do. And you know what's been really great lately is that it's finally sinking in. Just, all the wonderful experiences that I've had so far are sort of culminating in the creation of the first ever artist cryptocurrency, which I see it as a way of liberating music in the same way that Bitcoin has been able to do to a certain extent, and it's obviously accelerating for like the regular standard money world. So it's sort of like a Bitcoin 2.0 thing, but it's also accessible because it's very similar to the Indiegogo or Kickstarter model.
That's amazing, and I see it going really all over the place. Once it gets started, it's going to roll, and I'm going to grab a link to put in the chat lines. We're going out on so many stations. I'm going to try to hit them all really quick. I just played House of the Rising Sun, and
oh, cool.
I just love your version of that. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, I was really happy with how it came out. It's really kind of intense, and I mean, it's such a cool song, really spooky, and I was glad that I got to work on it. I think I worked on it with my friend Chris. I haven't seen him in quite a while, but we had a good time doing it.
Oh, that's awesome. Did I mute my mic? No, okay. I have my youngest son. It's just him and me today, so it's really going to be a homespun live version of the show.
Oh, well, that's fun, though. I mean, a little bonding experience with the fam.
Yes, he just sits right next to me and plays right along.
Perfect.
So, you were traveling all over. You were in South America recently, too, over the holidays even.
Yeah, why don't I fill you in on everything that's been going on? Because I mean, the last time that we spoke, I was off to Chile.
Yes.
Right? Is that true? Has it been that long?
Yeah. Gosh, that has been a while back. Back in December.
Okay, well, I'll fill you in. So basically, I went down to Chile. That didn't work out very well, but it was wonderful. The country is so beautiful, and the people are so warm, and there's just so much, like, for example, I lived by the beach. I lived in Viña del Mar, and next door was this town called Valparaiso. And when I first went to Valparaiso, it was probably one of the most smelly, disgusting cities I've ever seen. But what I didn't realize was that it's just in this one spot. No, it was just in this one spot. The rest of the city, and there was also a strike with the garbage. But anyway, if you go further in, I didn't know what I was missing. If you go further in, every single building is just painted a mural on it, and they're just so intricate and they're so fantastic. There's just the whole entire city is basically an art, like a canvas for for paint, and all the buildings themselves are painted in bright colors. I believe they just had some like natural disaster problems over there recently, but it was so lovely there, and the handmade jewelry was so incredible. And the whole time while I was down there, I was thinking a lot about Bitcoin, because before I left, I went to the cryptocurrency convention that Jeffrey Tucker threw down in Atlanta, and I noticed that there was such a vibrance in the air down there. I was like, maybe I need to think about this Bitcoin a little bit more. I had held some for a while, but big deal. I didn't understand why I was even holding it. So I started to kind of read up more and get more educated about it, and I decided that, Bitcoin needed to be more mainstream. So what's a good way to make something mainstream? It's with a song. You could do a jingle. So I was hanging out with my guy friend. I moved over to Argentina, to Buenos Aires, which, oh my God, was fantastic. It's like one of my number one destination spots. I recommend everyone goes. Anyway, so yeah, no, it was fantastic. I mean, steak and red wine and fantastic just parties until the sunrise and way beyond. And it looks like sort of a little bit like Paris. It has like this European Latin flavor, but with Italy and New York mixed in. I mean, it's just such a rich culture. Oh, I loved it. And
amazing.
And when I was there, well, what was cool was that, I got to stay in the city, but then I also got to stay with my friend Ignacio and his family. And he had this amazing house outside of town, and I got to kind of see into, like, their lives a little bit, and it was in Tigre, which is really pretty over there. I don't know. It was just great. So he and I were hanging out, and we knew each other from the studio. We would talk shop, and I was telling him about Bitcoin. And I was like, oh, let's write a song together. So we went to his friend's studio the next day, and we just kind of made up the song on the spot. Like, him and his friend were talking, and I just went outside, and it was drizzling a little bit of rain, and I had the guitar on me, and I was struck with inspiration. I knew exactly what the song was going to sound like, and I set up my camera, and I videotaped myself, and then he came out, and he's like, why are you outside in the rain with that nice guitar? Get out of there. So, of course, I ran off, and I was like, I'm sorry. And then we recorded the song straight away.
Was that the Bitcoin song?
Yes, the Bitcoin jingle. But see, this is different.
Yeah.
The song actually evolved because, I didn't think that the depth of the song was quite as deep as like the realizations that I was coming up with on a daily basis about the potential of this technology. So I added it to it, and I made it into a song, and then I performed that at the first ever Latin American Bitcoin conference in the world. And I performed it to a room full of easily over 300 people, just full to the brim. And it was great. They loved it.
They
it was
were
crazy.
ripe
it was so
for
fun.
it. Yeah, they.
Well, you know what I did after that was. Well, what was cool is right after it, I did Masters of War, which that's kind of my one of my signature kind of things or whatever. And
Absolutely.
But I mean, most importantly, the main reason why I love Bitcoin is that it disrupts the power system that wages war on the people worldwide. And so now, with Bitcoin, you don't even have to ask. You can just take your money out. So say, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to bomb any little children. Thanks. You can't take that from me by inflating it. No. And
that's the best
and I think
part.
That's extremely powerful.
That's something that people don't really realize, though, Tatiana, about that. So I'm glad you brought it up.
Not yet.
Using the cryptocurrency takes a lot of power away. The more people that stop using, the corporation's money, the better. And like you said, if you don't want to fund something, you take your money.
Absolutely. And I had a really fun interview last night with this guy from Mad Bitcoins, Thomas, and we were talking and we were analyzing the lyrics, and he was like, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a call to action in there. Just take away your money. Stop giving it to these jerks. And I think that's a good message to give to the people. But I think it's also only the beginning. I mean, this is an independence. This is an evolution for people. And their exchange and their way that they do business. I mean, there's just so much innovation on the horizon. Who would have thought, 6 months ago, I barely knew the basic things about Bitcoin. I mean, I knew where my money was, but I didn't really know much about it. and now I'm the first ever artist cryptocurrency.
That's
Why don't you
exciting.
play the Bitcoin song, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about how the coin works.
Awesome. Tatiana Moroz and Bitcoin.
I didn't want to give any of my money to a nation based on war. I wanted to be free, nothing holding me back from where I want to go. I thought about it, what was the choice that I made? Was to take away the money, don't give up your money, use Bitcoin whenever you pay. Use Bitcoin whenever you pay. I didn't want to waste any of my time working for the government. I wanted to be kind, open up my mind, just like an instrument. I thought about it, what was the choice that I made? Was to take away the money, don't give up your money, use Bitcoin whenever you pay. 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 Use Bitcoin whenever you pay.
That was Tatiana's Bitcoin jingle. And it's funny how you already had the song in your mind and was ready to take it down. In the evolution of the song, I hope I can get a copy of that and be able to share with everybody. You guys don't realize the work this woman does. She's just amazing. And follow Tatiana. She is going places, if not just with the music, with she puts her heart into this. I've watched her working her butt off on stage and mesmerizing the audience. And men and women alike. Men, of course, love Tatiana, but women just love the words to her songs and her voice.
Well, I think the stage is the easiest part. The hard part is all the recording and all the work behind the scenes.
Yeah, people really don't realize all that goes into making the song. You know, you see something like, well, people that watch TV, they'll see like a cut and then they sing the song, they cut it, and it's a perfect rap, and that's it. But that's not how it is at all. It rarely goes like that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, I think sometimes like a lot of those TV shows where they say, oh, there's a contest and you win the contest and it's totally fair. Of course it's not rigged. And I mean, it's just nonsense to me because a real artist goes through so much and it makes you a better artist. All the struggle, and it kind of takes, like, if you're going to be a voice and you're not going to be that interested in working hard on your craft, then you're going to get weeded out. And there's like a growth process that you get from performing in front of people, from talking to people, from all the, bad experiences happen, like, bad sound system and stuff like that. So, there's all different kinds of things that you go through that I think give it like a little bit more value versus something, a get-rich-quick almost kind of performance thing. I mean, I know people like that, and however you can get people involved in music is important, but that's kind of my take on it.
Mine too, because it's called paying your dues. But the learning is that you are going to go up live, and there is going to be a problem with electrical or something, and well, for instance, I've got brothers and sisters a lot older than me. It just goes from the scale. But they used to babysit me, and I heard Bob Seger at a concert at a what was it? It's like a drive-in theater type of thing. He was horrible. A little girl, nobody even liked him, and
Wait, no way.
As he grew,
Whoa.
yeah, as he grew, I saw him later in concert. He was amazing, you know. And what you were just describing is something that, you know, I guess I got to witness him go through.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him in the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and I was in the front row. My friend Ron Pissarro, he's a really great guy in New York. He makes music for movies and stuff. He got us front row seats. It was great. And I saw Bob Seger, and he was fantastic. He knocked me out, and now it's like the only CD in my car. That's because of laziness, but it's still really good. I can listen to it a ton of times. It's like a greatest hits or something.
Yes, I'm still playing too. It was just amazing because, like, one day at work, me and a friend, we were talking about we couldn't get tickets to his concert, and we were really bummed out. And we listened to the radio at work, and they had just let go of 100 more tickets. So we went to our boss, all excited, and said, "We got to leave now. We want to get these tickets." We did score tickets
Oh my
to get
God.
to go, and my boss let us go. That was really weird. Oh, well, it's that important to go, you know, and we kind of stood there looking at each other going, okay, bye. So, but,
That's really funny.
it was years after, you know, like I must have been probably 4 years old. I remember being at the concert because all the hippies just adored me, little babies, you know, and running around like that. They all like dressed me and put makeup on me, and I can remember the songs and I can remember the comments because I felt really special that day, and how he had evolved and moved and you know, he didn't really have a stage presence yet at that time, into something that
Wow.
just when
Wait,
my
how
friend
old
and
was he when you first saw him?
Oh gosh, he was really young.
How old was he?
I
Oh, really?
couldn't
Like,
even
how young?
guess. I couldn't even guess.
Were there a lot of
Because
people there?
that just in town people, it was a bunch of struggling artists that had come to stage. But
Wow.
yeah, you know, and then go to his concerts and be blown away with him live. Really showed.
Yeah, because he was remarkable to me. I mean, I was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was a big difference. And, you know, it just shows there's things that they, you know, like you said, the game show, you're instantly overnight, if you get this contest, a star. But how do you know how to deal with it? All the years on the road, all these playing these juke places and juke joints and places, and going through so many different things is a part of becoming an artist. You don't just go
Well,
overnight,
I think
you know.
it's the part. Well, I think it's part of just becoming a person, you know, getting character, you know. Sometimes I think that there's a, you know, it's great to have young artists, but like, what the hell is a young person going to teach you about life? I think that people look to songs to kind of give them a little bit of guidance when they're sad, or to give them their like happiness a way of being expressed. I mean, there's so many things. So, but that, I mean, that doesn't mean that there's not like child prodigies and stuff like that. But in general, I mean, that seasoning is what makes it good. You know, this makes me think of a story. When I first started singing like in the libertarian movement, the way that I did it was, Adam Kokesh, he had a contest, and it was the Veterans March for Ron Paul on February 19th, and we gathered in front of the Washington Monument. And what happened was I just submitted a contest thing saying, you know, this is why I believe in the troops, or, you know, this should support Ron Paul. And they let me sing. So I went up, and there's easily over 1,000 people there, and we're in front of the Washington Monument, beautiful, clear, crisp, cold day. And I go up to the microphone, and I plug in my guitar, and it's completely messed up. You know, the guitar sound is all crunchy, and the mic doesn't work, and, you know, we're fiddling around with it for 3 minutes. And, you know, I mean, and then basically one of the guys from Golden State yells, "Hey, you know, Tatiana, sing it acoustic." And they're like, "Yeah, they'll listen to you." And then so I went to the beginning, and everybody got all closer, and we all, you know, and I did it, and it was, I don't think I would have been able to handle that situation if I hadn't played in crappy New York clubs for 50 million years, just in the worst scenarios. So that really gave me the ability to rise and overcome, and I think that a lot of people would have choked. And actually what was cool was that one of the main people Well, one of the main people that inspired me to do Liberty Music was Amy Allen. I mean, probably number one. And she actually came to the party that night after the event, and she said that she was watching it at home, and she's like, oh, my God, I didn't know what you were going to do because it was so crazy. And she's like, and you totally handled it. And I call that the happiest day ever because it was like, you know, she gave me her blessing, and I met everybody, and I got to sing again that night. So, but yeah, but if I hadn't had my other experiences, which were maybe not as pleasant, I wouldn't know how to handle the other challenges and come out classy, you know, and just have it really like a professional would handle it.
You didn't run off the stage crying. You knew how to deal with it and keep calm. I think I would have ran off crying.
Well, I'm very natural now when I'm on stage. You know, I don't get too nervous. And lately I've been doing a lot of, like, blog content and video content for the coin. And so basically, you know, I've gotten really comfortable in that regard. So I think that creating that intimacy is a craft, and it's a joy to be able to share yourself in that way and to feel that camaraderie with people that are just in a dark audience.
Well, that's another thing besides it's amazing music and you're an amazing songwriter, is that people on these alternative stations hear your songs, and there's songs of what's going on now, and there's songs of truth. That allows me to use your music in so many ways. I had Charles Strange. He was he was Michael Strange, one of the SEAL 6 members that died.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of questions about that because everybody involved is now dead. But when he spoke, I had to play Masters of War. I had to play, you know, and I had to leave them in with the content because it says it all. And it's today's music, what's going on today, and it's the truth.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing is that that song was written 50 years ago. Why is it still the truth?
Oh, I did not know that. That just sent shivers.
Oh, you didn't know? It's an old Bob Dylan song, Masters of War. You didn't know that?
I had no idea.
It's not like his, radio hit. No, it's not a radio hit, but it's a fantastic song. But, I mean, people really like my rendition because I think it's really different because it's a woman singing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you should check out his version. It's different, but like I said, you know, the real thing behind it is that it's the same old story 50 years later, and that is not a good story to have remaining true.
Absolutely. It isn't. And I know this next generation, they're going to come up knowing what we know, at least our children will, way many more years than we ever learned it, and they're going to make the biggest difference, I believe. You know, we're opening people's eyes, but they're going to be the ones that makes the largest implementations, considering the content of what we have to share with the young ones. They're not going to get that in school.
Oh,
either.
Definitely.
Although
yeah, I mean, they're definitely not going to get it in school. The objective of school is, you know, when they say
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have heard him talking to his friends, and he's 14 years old, and I'm very pleased in the things that they are discussing. They are talking about this.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the information age, and this is the age of the revolution of money, and this is the age of the evolution of, I mean, you know, I was talking about this yesterday again, like about, you know, I wrote the song Evolution, and it's on my first record. I think it's the last song, right? And I wrote that song when I was trying to motivate people through my music in order to kind of take responsibility for themselves, because now we have so much intelligence available to us, we should be able to evolve consciously, you know, and make conscious decisions on how we want to make a better society. And then the second album, it was like I almost found the solution, and I was like, wow, it's like the Ron Paul thing. And now that I'm going to do the third record, I almost want to do it again with like a third part of it, because each year that I've been involved, and you know, I've been doing like a lot of activist stuff for a few years now, it's just incredible what people are capable of. And I think it's wonderfully exciting, and I don't know. There just seems to be that theme going on, and it's affecting, I think, everyone in the world on some level.
Oh, it is. And we hope to get the Spanish-speaking communities and other languages all involved in our correlation of radio stations from around the world. And we have so many big plans. Tatiana, we have Awake TV coming up now. And of course,
okay, so tell me what that is.
Beautiful face.
So what is it? Tell me. Fill me in.
Awake TV?
What is it? I don't know anything about it.
Okay, we are setting up to go live when we'll do our show. People will actually get to see your beautiful face while you're talking on split screen and all. And we'll have all these archived in videos so people can pick up the interviews too. Could you mention also your websites that we can find?
Oh, yeah, sure. People can go to TatianaMoroz.com and they can go to Tationcoin.com, which I wanted to, I feel like we glossed over it, but this is like the most exciting thing happening, so I wanted to kind of, test out my explanation. We just launched this a few days ago, and I've been trying to explain to people what Tationcoin is, so you're going to be my guinea pig. Now, how much do you know about Bitcoin stuff? I mean, obviously you support it, but do you use it all the time? Like, what's your experience level with it?
I have very little experience except for what the speakers come on here. My son bought into it when it was really low, and it's doing well for him. He watches all of them. He watches one called Dogcoin that seems to be doing well too, and so I had to hook him up with yours. I have very few pennies left over at the end of the day, so when I buy,
spread the word.
That's
what I care about.
It's going into yours because I believe in supporting.
Oh, I would say put into Bitcoin over me, but that's an insider tip. No, I'm just kidding. Well, but that's perfect that you don't know that much about it, because I'm going to tell you and you tell me if you can understand it, and then we'll assess if I'm doing a good job. Are you familiar with Indiegogo or Kickstarter?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so there's these things now, it's called crowdfunding, and it's like Indiegogo and Kickstarter, and people go online and they say, oh, I like this project, I'm going to donate money so you can get it off the ground, and then you get like a prize. You get, like a hang out with them, like, different kinds of prizes. Like, if it was for music, for example, you would get a CD, a T-shirt, whatever. With Tationcoin, we're taking that model, which, by the way, has helped people raise millions of dollars. I mean, it's a super successful method of funding, kind of like, the beginnings of things for people on a community level. But one of the challenges has been that, for example, there's a company called Oculus Rift, and they raised $2 million, and then they made their company, and then 1 year later they sold the company, and it was worth $2 billion. So all those people got a crummy T-shirt, but the other people got, I don't know, like $999,998 billion or million. No, more than that. Whatever, my math is terrible, but you know what I'm saying. Obviously, there was a big disproportion. So what you do with the Tationcoin is you give people a longer-term incentive to stay involved with you and to keep promoting you. So they'll get, instead of a prize, they'll get tokens, almost, and it's called a meta coin, and they hold on to those and they trade it in. So if I'm doing a special promotion where I have like a very exclusive concert, or if they want to go backstage, or if I'm doing like a Liberty event and I have a lot of different cool, I know a lot of great people. We're all hanging out, sort of like backstage exclusive access. Or if you want me to write you a song or sponsor your product, different things like that can be purchased with Tationcoin. But the goal is, It's like a baseball card. So if your baseball card that you buy goes up in value because I'm a good player, like I'm a good musician and people like me, then those baseball cards, i.e. tokens, are going to be worth more later. So this is, step one, and then maybe eventually you get other artists to do it, and then you almost trade tokens between the artists. Like, I don't want to go backstage to this artist. I want to go to the backstage for that one. Let's trade our tokens and see what we can do. So now you're taking the money from the record labels and you're putting the power directly into the fans and to the artists, and you're allowing them to all participate in the success. And they have a longer-term relationship with you, and in exchange, I'm incentivized as an artist to, like, make a ton of content and to interact with you guys, which is what you all want anyway. So it's
Absolutely.
super fun, and so does that kind of make sense?
That makes perfect sense. That's
All
the
right.
type of thinking that leads me to believe this is going to be a very successful venture for you.
Well,
And
we're hoping
I hope
so.
to get some backstage pass.
There you go. Well, the trick is okay, so this is like a funny thing that we did because we didn't know what the value was, and there were a few different concerns that we had based on, I mean, this is the first ever artist one, so we have no basis. But we wanted to do something that would maybe show the influence of the free market. So what we did was we're making 3 million fixed coins, and we're giving out during the 30-day campaign 100,000. That's what's up for grabs a day. So every day you have a chance to get more coin if you're paying attention, because if it's a slow day, then you can get a lot more coin. Like today is actually a slow day. So you can, if you donate money today, you get more coin than you would on a day where everybody's interested. So if people get in on the beginning, that's when they should be getting the best return, like the most perks and stuff like that. And, we think that they're going to be desirable. I know that I'm going to make the content, so as long as there's people that want my autographed CD first edition that they get before anybody else, or if they want a personalized thank you video or Skype chat with me or different kinds of things, hanging out with me in the studio, they're going to use Tationcoin for that. So I think it's going to be a fun experiment, and I couldn't be more pleased with how it's been going and just how wonderful everybody's been in terms of feedback. I mean, there's always trolls and stuff, but everybody seems really excited about this idea.
I'm really excited about this idea, and the way that you're going about it, Tatiana, is even more exciting. The extra incentives that you're offering. You're like right now I can't tell you how many people that you're having a slow day, so I want to see that pick up today now. That's the thing. When you see this, you get in the beginning. And I don't know any other place that is offering the types of extras and the perks that goes along with Tationcoin.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, like I said, it's the first one. So we're going to be doing like weekly Q&As where people can kind of check it out. One of the things I'm going to work on this weekend, do you know Gigi Bowman?
Yes.
Okay, so Gigi is a wonderful friend of mine, and she's running for Senate in New York. On Sunday, what she's going to do is she's going to have a garage sale at her house, and it's a fundraiser garage sale. So people bring their old stuff, and we hang out, we talk about politics, people can get to know her as a candidate, and half of the proceeds from the garage sale go toward the campaign, which I thought was really innovative and fun and really personal, and outside the box. And so what I'll do is I'll go over there, I'll play some songs, and I'm going to take that opportunity to educate people about Bitcoin and about Tationcoin. So in order to get Tationcoin, you need Bitcoin. So I'm going to try and do something where I can really walk people through the steps, for example, using Coinbase or blockchain for a wallet. Basically we're going to try and make like the easiest way to do it and explain it and then put that up online. So if people want to, you learn differently from different people that explain things to you. And I'm hoping that the way that I explain things, since I don't have that technical background, will make it more accessible for just regular people.
I think so too.
You know what I mean?
You're the one that can do that. And the way that you are explaining is completely clear to me. And you have people...
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, you have people that would love to back you in any way, shape, or form right now, too. So this is going to grow. This is going to be more exciting. And I'd love for you to come on. If you just come on during other shows sometimes for 5-10 minutes, give us an update?
Oh, I'll totally pop on. I mean, we could do it like weekly. I could just check in and tell you what's happening because I think that, you know, we're going to be creating so much content. And imagine, you know, people watching me converting people to Bitcoin at a garage sale for a Senate candidate. I mean, there's got to be some laughs in that, too. And that's what it is. You know, it doesn't need to be a scary technical thing. It could be just people hanging out, shooting the breeze, and talking about Bitcoin and revolutionizing the world in a peaceful way. And the way, you know, and helping distribute wealth in a way where it's empowering for everyone.
Yes, and taking it out of the corporation's pocket. I love it. And
absolutely.
I love this women helping women as well. And I love the yard sale idea. That is
Isn't that fun? I feel like it's so funky. And then, you know, it'll be great for Gigi because it'll be fun, you know, like it'll be more engaging for the people for her there, and I just think it's going to be wonderful. So we're really excited about that.
Well, I hope I haven't kept you too long. Oh, go ahead.
No, we're good. We can still talk another 10 minutes, I've thought, before I have to get off the line. And then there's something I wanted to tell you, but now I don't remember what it was.
Yikes.
Oh, well. But, you know, so if people want to see me, by the way, and they want to kind of talk about it in person, I'm going to be performing at the Bitcoin in the Beltway, which Bitcoin in the Beltway, the women's organization. I'll tell you right after. Just remind me. So Bitcoin in the Beltway is being thrown by Sean's Outpost, which is a homeless kind of like a sanctuary down in Pensacola, Florida. And there's wonderful people putting it together. Elizabeth Boucher from the Bitcoin Foundation, Jason King, and M.K. Lords. They're freaking the coolest people. We're putting together such a fun thing in D.C. June 20th to the 22nd. And then right after that, I'm going up to Pork Fest, which is absolutely wonderful. And then I'll be at Pork Fest until Thursday, and then I'm playing the National Libertarian Party Convention. My first one. I've done, like, state ones, but I've never done the national. So that's going to be really, really cool. So I don't know. If people want to check out all my upcoming shows, they can always go to the shows page on TatianaMoroz.com. And we're keeping that updated.
Wonderful. I was there last night. I cannot wait to... I'd really like to see you at the Nationals. I'd really like to be there. That would be so exciting for me.
Oh. Well, you know, I mean, people are still selling tickets for it, so, I mean, it's still a possibility. It's far enough away, 3 weeks. Probably the tickets aren't too expensive. I was going to say that I'm starting, like, a women's crypto organization, but it's more focused on thought leadership and business development. And also changing the conversation about Bitcoin to how Bitcoin can help with charities, with entrepreneurship, with culture, with the arts, and also we'll have like a venture capital division, so we could be funding projects that we think are, you know, just like with a little bit of a different value system and a different bit of a perspective. We're definitely reaching out to other men's groups as well and women's groups, but you know that's sort of our thing. You know, we're women thought leaders, and I assembled a wonderful team of ladies. So after sometime next week, we're going to put out a website. I'm not sure what we're going to end up calling it. But if people check on TatianaMoroz.com and on my Twitter feed, Queen Tatiana, I tweet everything out all the time, they can find the information for that women's group. But our whole goal was to kind of show how, you know, in third world countries, for example, Bitcoin can be a revelation. And you know, help eradicate poverty in a lightning kind of way. You know, it doesn't have to take forever, and it doesn't have to be done with bloodshed, and it doesn't have to be done with a big mess of things.
Absolutely. All this stuff is so exciting. When do you sleep?
Oh my gosh! You know, I just tweeted this morning that am I the only one that wakes up thinking Bitcoin? I mean, it's like, it's so romantic. I mean, I used to think about like a boy or something. You know, now I wake up, what's the price? Not even the price. Actually, what I worry about is what's going on with Tationcoin. So I'm like, oh gosh.
I get that.
But anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it's about to go through the roof in general. Like this concept, I think the timing for ArtCoin and the timing for mass adoption of Bitcoin, I mean, this is really, it's an idea that's catching on. And now that we have the approval of Apple's kind of reluctantly letting it in, and Amazon has Bitcoin mentioned in one of their patents, and then you've got Dish Network accepting it, and then the eBay owner not only said that they'll eventually be integrating it, but that he even owns some Bitcoin. I mean, that's really, power punches of news, good news. So that's what we need. And Tationcoin allows for a different, more fun way of engaging with cryptocurrency, because everybody likes music. Not everybody cares about banking, but everybody likes music. I mean, unless they're really evil, in which case we don't want them anyway.
Yeah. Wow. I was going to say something and forgot what it was, too. It was about the coin, but maybe it'll come back to me really close. It's just, I'm just so happy, and I'm just so excited with everything that you're doing. And we at Awake Radio and 1800weebly.com and these Changing Times Radio.com and shazizradio.com and all the affiliates that we go out over, we absolutely love you, and we're going to keep our eye on you and give you some positive waves and some positive airing too.
Well, if people want to check out the coin, they should look at it at coinpowers.com. They might be familiar with it because it's like sort of like a familiar crowd sale kind of interface. But except it's for meta coins, and it's like an agnostic platform. So we built ours on Counterparty, but Coin Powers takes Master Coin, Counterparty, Color Coins, everything. So I mean, what's really cool too is that I just got added yesterday to this Skype group, and I know there's lots of Skype conversation groups or whatever, but this was a group of all the people thinking about Bitcoin 2.0 and DAC stuff, like decentralized autonomous companies. And I mean, most of the people are talking about stuff that's way over my head, but it was just cool because it was people representing different kind of competitive companies, but coming together in a way where we can collaborate and make improvements, because we're all kind of more concerned with the big picture versus, I mean, sure, there's things that's, depending on that. The open source philosophy that's running through the community is wonderful to behold. I mean, you would think that people will be able to work together so well, but I think that everybody's so motivated by the possibilities that despite, small little things and whatnot, I think everybody's going for the goals here and willing to help each other to get there.
That's so cool. I do remember what I was going to say. You were talking about all these businesses that are allowing the Bitcoin in. That right there shows a big movement. That's a large thing when you have eBay and Amazon, and I know even like Subway sandwich shops take it now. That right there shows a big roll over that this is working, and I love it. I love taking the money away from the big corporations.
Yeah, I mean, it is a big deal and great. And you know what? And what's cool about it is that if the big corporations want to come in and be welcomed into the fold, they're only going to raise up the value, and they're going to be, it's like they become part of the community. Not every corporation is bad. Not every, CEO is evil and, counting his money with twisting his little mustache. I mean, I think that it is really something that even large corporations can welcome and get the benefit from, and then offer their products, they'll just be able to offer things better. They'll be saving money themselves.
Absolutely. It's a win-win situation any way you look at it. It's
totally.
It's a huge win for the truth movement, and it's a win for everyone. Everyone can benefit.
You know what I think it is a win for? I think it's a win for personal responsibility. Because one of the things that gives Tationcoin value is my accountability. Because if I don't produce what I say I'm going to do, then my coin will not have value. And I want people to continue to believe in what I'm doing. Therefore, my motivation, my incentive is to do the very best job that I can. And if you start taking that Tationcoin model and it evolves into a way where it can bootstrap all kinds of different endeavors and tokenize different content that people are putting out, I mean, then all of a sudden people are not stuck behind a desk being like, oh, my God, what's going on Facebook? This is so boring. I have so much stuff to do. I have to rot away. My boss is such a jerk. You know, you're putting major league power in the people and in the power of incentivizing a good work ethic and productivity and happiness, because I think those things make you happy.
Exactly.
You know, people can take their passions and find others that also believe in their passions and create these ecosystems of support within our network and grow that network constantly.
And, you know, even Bill Still did, make sure I got his name right, so I get confused sometimes. But even Bill Still, on the last show he did on Awake, made sure that he made positive comments about Bitcoin. And he's such a big guy, you know, if he mentions something like that, it does well.
I know.
And I'm so, because, you know, he seemed so on the fence and afraid to talk about it at first. So when we got that airing with him, you know, saying nothing but positive things and promoting it, I was like, yes, this makes a big difference.
Well, he had a...
Yeah.
He had a huge influence on my evolution as well, you know, in terms of like the Money Masters. I mean, what a movie. So yeah, I mean, and Bob Murphy, he says that she allows me to say this. He encourages me to say that I converted him to Bitcoin. So if I can convert a Mises scholar, or whatever you would call him, Mises fellow, I don't even know what the difference is, but anyway, then I think that that there's a lot of reasons for people to look into it and not believe the hype and just really try and get familiar with it, because it's getting easier and easier to understand.
Absolutely. You're I know you've got a rush too, hon, and thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, well, thank you very much for having me. I had a great time. And then if people, I'll just, let me do some plugs just because if people want to find out, it's Tationcoin.com. You can get it at coinpowers.com, TatianaMoroz.com, and then my Twitter is Queen Tatiana. I'm also on Facebook, Tatiana Moroz Music. So I hope, and Tatiana Coin is my other Twitter. So I hope that people can keep in touch, and thanks again for having me on. I really appreciate it. We'll talk soon. Oh, I'll call you next week, and I'll keep you posted.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Let's do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a fun idea. All right, next Wednesday. It's a date.
All right. Thank you so much. That was...
Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Tatiana Moroz, and I'd like to spend the rest of the show in playing some of her music. Masters of War is one of my favorites, an old Bob Dylan song, I am told. I was in the radio back then. I didn't get albums much at that age, but I'm just kind of showing my age a bit now. But here it is, Tatiana Moroz's version of Masters of War.
Come, you masters of war, you that build all the gods, you that build the death plains, you that build all the bombs, you that hide behind walls, you that hide behind desks. I just want you to know I can see through your mask. You that never done nothing but built to destroy. You play with my world like it's your little toy. You put a gun in his hand and you hide from his eyes. Judas of old. You lie and deceive. A world war can be won. You want me to believe, but I see through your eyes, and I see through your brain, like I see through the water that runs down my drain. You fasten all the triggers for the others to fire. Then you sit back and watch when the death count gets higher. You hide in your mansion as young people's blood flows out of their bodies and is buried in the mud. You've thrown the worst fear that can never be heard. Fear to bring children into the world. For threatening my baby, unborn and unnamed. You ain't worth the blood that runs in your veins. How much do I know to talk out of turn? You might say that I'm young, you might say I'm unlearned, but there's one thing I know, though I'm younger than you, that even Jesus would never forgive what you do. Let me ask you one question. Is your money that good? Will it buy you forgiveness? Do you think that it could? And I think you will find when your death takes its toll, all the money you made will never buy back your soul. And I hope that you die, and your death will come soon. I will follow your casket on a pale afternoon, and I'll watch while you're lowered down into your deathbed, and I'll stand over your grave till I'm sure that you're dead.
Freedom, law, education, health, free energy, money, debt. Awake Radio, deconstructing the dream world, one lie at a time.
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? You know, for a second there, yeah, I kind of did.
You're listening to the grassroots version of Paula Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's always exciting to talk to Tatiana Moroz, and I met her a few years ago when she was doing a concert at one of the truth movements, and she is a great girl. She just come down in the audience and just sit with everyone and talk with everyone, and not only is she beautiful, she's smart, and I see big things for her, not only in her music, but the Tationcoin and the way she's speaking about putting it together. It's really exciting for me this lady, I want to say girl because she's such a young thing, and she's worked so hard in the truth movement. She works so hard for everything that she believes in. And it's not like a weekend here or there. It's every day from her. She's on the road. She's, in South America. She's on all of these things all over the United States, promoting others and helping. And this Tatiana coin, I see big things for her. It's just starting out. If you can get a few dollars in the beginning, you'll be doing yourself a favor, because that's how it works, guys. When these things start up, if you can get in the beginning, if you can $10 to $100, whatever you can. I always say never put anything into anything that you can't afford to lose. But I tell you, if you've got an extra $10 or $100, slip it into some Tatiana coin and watch it go. And I really think that you're going to be very pleased. She is going to come back and update us once a week with everything that's going on. Again, very busy. I would love to give a shout out to one of my favorite listeners, Beckett. I always brighten up when I see you in the chat line. I love our regulars. And also, please remember our partners. We have These Changing Times. It is These Changing Times with a Z, radio.ning.com. THESECHANGINGRADIO.NING.com. These are our partners. These are our brother and sisters. And please go in, sign up on the chat, represent us in all our forms. We are also live on www.shazizradio.com. You'll find the chat line and the radio players on the Knights of the Round Table section up at the top. It'll show you where to go. 1800 online.weebly.com, another UK site. We go live over there, and slowly, because I hear slowly, so anyone like me will get it. 1800 online.weebly.com. And of course, awakeradio.co.uk and awakeradio.us. More stations are coming, more hosts are coming in. We are growing like mad, and we love you all, and it's just a great place. Every single one of these stations welcome you, make you feel at home, and we aim to tell the truth as each host sees it. Have hosts as far as Australia, South Africa, Ireland. We are all over the place, and we love bringing the truth to you, and it's amazing to know that you're listening. Next up is a favorite of mine by Tatiana Moroz. It's called Playing the Cards.
He's a miner, and his daddy builds guitars while he fights the cancer caused by Agent Orange. When his son tried to enlist, Dad said, please don't do this. You should get a job and raise a family. When I heard his story, made me want to cry, 'cause I thought of all the good boys who had gone off and died. So I told him I was sorry but he told me he's just playing the cards. He was dead. He's a veteran, and he fights for us to be free. But now he does it with a pen and not a rifle. He's got a baby and a good strong wife, but he lost most of his hearing defending oil. But he could hear my song and it made him want to cry when he thought of all his good friends who had gone off and died. Though we barely knew each other, I still knew how he felt. But he told me he's just playing the cards. He was dead. There's a dream they like to sell us about the glory of war, but I'm not buying this time. It's not worth fighting for. 'Cause if you don't end up inside the ground or in pieces on the floor, there's so many nightmares left behind. It's enough to make you lose your mind. So listen to the music. It's okay to cry when you think of all the good boys who have gone off and died. And I hope you know I'm sorry and what I felt. I guess that we're all playing the cards that we were dead. I guess that we're all playing the cards that we were dead.
If you're just tuning in, that was Tatiana Moroz. Please look her up on her websites, TatianaMoroz.com, Tationcoin. Just Google it, comes straight up. She's on Facebook and Twitter, and she is an everyday girl that works her butt off and the truth movement and for what she believes in. Her music shows the times that we are all living in and what's going on, and she supports Awake Radio and always has, and she's one of the artists that lets us put our songs right into our podcast. We can't do that with our commercial stuff. It's I guess they just don't need the advertisement from us. But I am always proud when I can use someone that's a friend of mine and Truth Movement. If you met her, she would be a friend of yours too. And so I'd like to thank her for letting us share the wonderful message. The next song is kind of cool because it's one of the first I heard her do. And talk about being up with the times. It's called YouTube Video.
Who are these monsters inside my head? They give me uneasy feelings. They tell me go to sleep, just go to bed. But I'm awake and I'm not dreaming. What can I do to make a change? 'Cause I just wanna be free. I don't want love and liberty. Call up a friend, send a message, tweet it up or make a YouTube video. Speak your mind with education. The knowledge starts to grow. So make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video. We all know about corruption, and we have started to dissent. The banks, the Fed, assassination, but you can't kill 99%. What can we do to make a change? 'Cause we just wanna be free. We don't want this police state. We just want love and liberty. Call up a friend, send a message, tweet it up or make a YouTube video. Speak your mind with education. The knowledge will start to grow. So make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video. We all need a hero, a patriot in this civil war. Won't find him on the TV or on the radio. Oh, we have the power to ask the questions. We can finally find the truth. Turn to each other, sister and brother. Reach out to one another. Call up a friend, send a message, tweet it up or make a YouTube video. Speak your mind with education. The knowledge it starts to grow. So make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video.
You're listening to Awake Radio. Straight talk for the awake and aware.
What do you want me to do? Just stand on by, waiting to hear the truth. I've only heard the lies. Gasoline and high inflation burning up world. Time to teach the Constitution to every boy and girl. Get back to the Constitution. Revolution, we just want to save the nation. Revolution. Revolution, wake up and start to pay attention. 'Cause we've got the solution. The Ron Paul Revolution. The Ron Paul Revolution. If there's a will, there's a way that I have got to find. All of these ideas in my head will drive me out of my mind. Liberty and freedom should brighten up the world. Time to teach the Constitution to every boy and girl. Get back to the Constitution. that mean that we have no choice? Revolution, we just want to save the nation. Revolution. Revolution, wake up and start to pay attention, 'cause we've got the solution, the Ron Paul Revolution. Ron Paul Revolution. The Ron Paul Revolution. The Ron Paul Revolution. I didn't want to give any of my money to a nation based on war. I wanted to be free, nothing holding me back from where I want to go. I thought about it, what was the choice that I made? Was it take away the money, don't give up your money, use Bitcoin whenever you pay. Use Bitcoin whenever you pay. I didn't want to waste any of my time working for the government. I wanted to be kind, open up my mind, just like an instrument. I thought about it, what was the choice that I made? Was to take away the money, don't give up your money, use Bitcoin whenever you pay. 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 Use Bitcoin whenever you pay.
You're listening to Awake Radio, straight talk for the awake and aware.
Here's my lover lying next to me. He doesn't know what I have planned. I lean over, brush the hair from his eyes, but he continues to sleep. I'm leaving tomorrow, 'cause I ain't got time for yesterday. I'm leaving tomorrow, 'cause there isn't any other way. Here's my mother sitting next to me. She doesn't know what I have planned. I lean over, put my head on her shoulder. She is watching TV. I'm leaving tomorrow, 'cause I ain't got time for yesterday. I'm leaving tomorrow, 'cause there isn't any other way. I thought about it, tried to get around it, but I can't seem to escape the truth. Giving you up isn't easy, but I've laid out my last excuse. ain't got time for yesterday. I'm leaving tomorrow, 'cause there isn't any other way. I'm leaving tomorrow, 'cause I ain't got time for yesterday. I'm leaving tomorrow, 'cause there isn't any other way. No, there isn't any other way.
This is Awake Radio.
Awake Radio.
Awake Radio.
Awake Radio.
Awake Radio.
Wake Radio.
awakeradio.co.uk.
Today I think I'll sit and wait for the train. Don't think I have the strength to be disappointed again. I like to think that you'll be sure to call out my name, but all I get is pretty much all the same. I tried to reach you, but you're not home. But I guess I'd rather have a half a heart than be all alone. I tried to reach you, but you're not home. People are telling me that all the hope is lost, but I believe in you no matter what the cost. I drink my wine and try to figure out your head. Repeat the words, the lines you often say. I tried to reach you, but you're not home. But I guess I'd rather have a half a heart than be all alone. I tried to reach you, but you're not home. Do 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 do. I tried to reach you, but you're not home. But I guess I'd rather have a half a heart than be all alone. I tried to reach you, but you're not home. I tried to reach you, but you're not home. Sometimes it ain't easy to be free. Too many people trying to get a hold of me. They tell me what to think and what to do, that I've got to move on and get over you. This is about a country and love. We don't know what will rain down from above, 'cause it could be the end of the world. So I must choose to be a woman and not a girl. I don't always want to be the one who's strong. Sometimes I need a man to tell me what's right and what's wrong. I can admit I have thought, get so mad I rip right through the walls. This is about a country and love. We don't know what will rain down from above, 'cause it could be the end of the world. So I must choose to be a woman and not a girl. I need you to be a man and not a boy, 'cause I'm playing for keeps and my heart is not a toy. Will you stand up and defend the house and home, or pretend you didn't notice and leave me all alone? This is about a country and a love. We don't know what will rain down from above, 'cause it could be the end of the world. I must choose to be a woman and not a girl. I wish that you could give me what I need, but you can't. And your words I don't believe. I'm asking for the best of myself, so I'll leave my lonely heart on the shelf. This is about a country and love. Don't know what will rain down from above, 'cause it could be the end of the world. And I must choose to be a woman.
You're listening to awakeradio.co.uk, awakeradio.us, and shazizradio.com. Awake Radio. Straight talk for the awake and the aware. Bog and Feckett are in the house. Did grassroots music, summing it up on this portion of Paula Live with me and my youngest Jordan, who doesn't talk, but that doesn't mean he can't make noise. And we're both very excited that she came on and love sharing. We love sharing her music. It gets us both going. And you guys, it's always so cool to see you in the chat line. Bog, if I don't see you for a few days, I feel like, what did I do? Where is he? And you too, Feckett, as well. I'm sorry, Sav. Everybody knows what that's short for. This next song, we're coming up on the last 5 minutes, and be sharing Tatiana. This next song kind of came at a very bad time in my life. It was like, you know, when you listen to a song and you think, wow, that was written for me today. You guys, I'm so glad to see you out there having fun, and enjoy this next one. It's called I Don't Know You Anymore.
You act like you know me. You've wasted so much time. You've ruined every rhyme. You dare call up my friends. No time to make amends, but I better keep in line. Tell me you're sorry that you've abandoned all other lies. Don't act familiar, 'cause I don't know you anymore. Command me what to write in the magic of the night. But you were falser than a lie, and the flames, they grew too high. They burned us to the ground. Tell me you're sorry you've abandoned all of the lies. Don't act familiar, 'cause I don't know you anymore. Not suspend all these games in the dark. Their words mean nothing now. All I want is the truth. This once, was it ever even real? Tell me you're sorry. You've abandoned all of the lies. Don't act familiar, 'cause I don't know you anymore. Not anymore. Morning, I found myself crying, but what for? I'm no longer quite sure, 'cause my baby, he lay by me forevermore. My husband slept sound while I was creeping out the door to my lover's arms. Still my baby, he lay by me forever.
Tatiana Moroz, and thank you so much for listening to the grassroots portion of Paula Live.